Welcome. This is James Corbett of the Corbett Report with your eye-opener report for BoilingFrogsPost.com. While the world watches every twist and turn in the unfolding Edward Snowden drama, the story becomes less and less about the information he revealed, and more about an international manhunt. But if the issues of PRISM and spying on China and GCHQ's spying at the G20 are falling off the radar, then how much further off the radar is the story of Russel Tice? Although very few are aware, Russel Tice was one of the NSA sources that James Risen and Eric Lichtblau used for their original 2005 New York Times report on the warrantless wiretapping scandal. In 2009, he went even further, revealing on national TV that the NSA was specifically targeting journalists' communications in a massive and undisclosed eavesdropping program. And just last week, Tice went further than ever in exposing NSA corruption. In two exclusive interviews with BoilingFrogsPost.com and the Corbett Report, he revealed that not only is the NSA now intercepting and storing all electronic communications in the United States, but that Tice himself had personally handled the paperwork authorizing wiretaps on some of the most powerful judges, lawyers, military officials, and elected officials in the country, including soon-to-be President Barack Obama.
Yeah, it was journalists. It was members of Congress, both houses, Senate and the House, especially on the intelligence committees, in the armed services committees, and on judiciary committees, and as well as the senior leadership in both the House and the Senate. It was judges, federal judges, and every member of the Supreme Court, all 9, of which I held the initial targeting of Judge Alito in my hand when Judge Alito was being put up for his position on the Supreme Court. So I saw the Alito paperwork in my hand physically. It was members of a few members of Bush's own staff in the White House. Now, who else did they? They went after lots of lawyers and law firms, I noticed.
In your interview on Boiling Frogs Post, you mentioned specifically General Petraeus?
Yes, they went after senior military leaders. With my satellite stuff, I saw how they went after the State Department. They went after Colin Powell, Secretary of State. They went after General Saseki. And then on the terrestrial side, I saw the paperwork as they were going after General Petraeus.
Was Barack Obama targeted by this?
Yes, he was. As a matter of fact, that was in 2004, probably late summer time frame. And he was a candidate for senator. He'd already won his primary in Illinois, and that's when I saw, Barack Obama's name. That the
NSA is covertly spying on all 3 branches of the American government is nothing short of scandalous. Tice's revelations are especially appalling to anyone even remotely familiar with how exactly the type of information collected in such intercepts can be used for the purposes of political blackmail, and how profoundly that blackmail can shape the political landscape. In fact, there is a long history of intelligence agencies and covert groups using precisely this type of information to blackmail politicians in the past. You've been watching an excerpt of this week's Eye Opener Report. To continue watching the report, please log into BoilingFrogsPost.com.